he needs to get a little more control, and I thought that was a very controlled golf swing there for Tiger.
Next on the tee, Bubba Watson.
Your winner.
Well, we already know that Mark Wilson, who's walking with this group, is
joining us here in the studio.
You just mentioned how good that swing looked off the first tee there. Tiger looking like, I think he's lost a little bit of weight.
I was telling Brian Katrick,
Yeah, good look here for Tiger Woods. Just inside 10 feet.
and there was a lot of that last week where I asked him, you know, was it the reads, was it the pace? He said, no, I really hit it.
Go ahead and unleash it here, see if he can get up there close.
As we watch Tiger there. And Tiger Woods, kind of the elder statement. You know, over the years, certainly Tiger sought out advice.
Wind, and also he's got to fly this just on the putting surface. The mistake, of course, is long. He's going to find that collection area back there. Hands were tied.
And you don't.
Damn it. Go too far by. It's just a matter of getting the right hit on the ball. And that first bounce was a lot softer than he intended. Now here's Tiger chipping for par. You don't see pros chipping for pars very often that still stay in the game. But play that shot very decisively and quickly.
It'll be disappointing, but Tiger will go to 1 over.
Union, it's always fun to play alongside Tiger Woods. The juices get flowing when you're paired with someone who's got 82 PGA Tour victories. Tiger Woods down the left side, a little more of a low, boring flight. You're going to find the fairway. 3 good ones at the 12th. When you're laying up with an iron, this 165, it's again straight back into the fan. The low finish means low ball flight.
Well, I have an opinion on the greens books. Personally, as Tiger's attempt for birdie.
Well, he didn't learn a whole lot. He learned a little on the speed.
And presents a lot of forward lean, so you're right. It's all carry for him.
As we see Tiger saving his par there, and of course Cameron
Play just good. They need to play great. I mean, basically a top 5 finisher better is about the only way they're going to get to East Lake, but you can't be super aggressive here at Olympia Fields. That's an aggressive play right there. Good swing by Tiger Woods.
An aggressive play, we'll see.
But very fun putt. Be creative, imaginative. Start outside right, let it kind of bleed back into the hole.
And we saw Dustin Johnson make one from a similar position. Tiger never got that one started on the. We're back at the 14th.
Setting up to hit that kind of bleeder cut, and it just started where he wanted, but it never cut. It did the opposite, the old double cross for Tiger Woods, just trying to get something in the fairway here at the 14th is key, especially downwind, but that's not a whole lot of grass behind the golf ball. 158, has to hook it a little bit. The artist at work. You got to either bleed it back into that wind or go ahead and take it down the penalty here and let the wind bring it back.
It's another left miss. That's 2 in a row, Colin.
Yeah, no surprise there with the penalty area down the right that, you know.
It's a trendsetter. Paul Goydos tried to start that trend, but didn't work.
Hey there. Hey there.
That's not what he...
Uphill most of the way, and then the last 3 feet, it kind of flattens out. So speed is critical.
B. Jones on the bag forever.
12 years that us two together. Crispy now working for Jimmy Walker. Good to see him out still.
This is Tiger Woods on the tee at 16.
Very good, solid strike ball. Getting hammered by the wind just a little bit. Is it going to be quite enough? Pretty quality shot, guys. It's a pretty difficult shot to.
A few times that on the longer ones he likes to have Joe in and tend to the pin. Helps him with depth perception. I guess it.
Couple of putter changes the last couple of events for Tiger.
Still kept the massive locker room very spacious, and in this era of social distancing, it's a great clubhouse.
Nobody has to get anywhere near anybody else. Okay.
Each player can almost get their own hallway if they really want in this locker room on mass.
You don't see that very often. And DJ hit driver to 17, and Tiger.
Including the uphill 184 yards up this hill. One of the flatter greens on the golf course certainly works its way a little bit left to right and towards the back. Boy, landed just on the relatively straight, so just a matter of trusting your feels and just self-belief here on what you're seeing. And coming off that 3-putt, certainly don't have a ton of confidence, but Tiger's been pretty good about putting things behind him, focusing on the present moment. Karn, that's a good point too. You're right, he was just sort of you know, shoot somewhere a couple under par, even par, whatever it is, just to get himself into the tournament. And then you don't want to peak on Thursday, club in for that second shot, so imperative and a must to hit it in the short grass.
Maybe a stinger here, maybe up the right side.
Another full follow through.
Shot.
Oh, look at that bounce.
Oh, member bounce.
You don't need no stinking driver.
Back at him, but it does feel like it could possibly be left or right. Tiger from 219. Taking it right at
Great
the
contact.
American flag and drawing it back in. Gorgeous.
Nice one. Thanks.
That's why he hit 3-wood off the tee.
You start thinking about what the
Right to left. He makes a lot of putts on the 18th green, doesn't he? This one's going down, isn't it?
Ooh.
Just lacked a little bit of effort.
He's with that effort or that result.
this in. I don't know that you're going to carry the one on the left. And you can reach both of those.
Could have bounced in between them. I don't know, Brian. But one and
Tiger with nothing here at one.
That was a nasty lie. I could barely see it until I got right on top of it to look in, and it'll be all right though. Just that first cut of rough. He'll have some sort of a pitching wedge, maybe a 9-iron in. But disappointing.
With you here on PGA Tour Live, Tiger's third at
164, decent line the first cut of rough, but the angle with that hole located over there back in that left corner spot, really hard for Tiger to get close to it. Smartly just kind of hit into the middle of the green.
Yep, the wayward tee shot took away most of his opportunity here.
In 2009, we were tied for the lead, and I came out Saturday, and I parred the first hole. He bogeyed. I got this guy, and 4 hours later, he carded a 62. I shot 71.
yeah, I would say he's which is
Recently, just for a day or so, it's one of those where you remind yourself how good the gamer really feels. Good confidence stroke there.
That's such a good call.
well, he's played 10
Over this furthest bunker, as long as you get it over this bunker with a big lip down the right, that's really a main objective, and you go from there.
That swing looked really quick to me, particularly at the top.
It's the closest to the fairway.
And Carlos Ortiz got to skirt the fringe on that right-hand bunker. good-looking shot there.
Boy, that's really good. That was good. I was about to say, Colin, he hasn't given himself many chances. Let's get Tiger back to even par. Now that had a lot of pace on that one.
Another picturesque par 4 here. There's a saddle in the top of the trees. You just want to hit it towards the right center of that. You can't see the fairway at all, and Tiger going to miss the fairway over there to the right. He'll know that for sure. That's far enough right of where here. Difficulty downwind. Can he stop it fast enough to avoid where Joe does not want him to hit it, that being long? A long right might not.
I really like this play here, Mark.
Yeah, Tiger's really good at turning 3 strokes into 2, and as often as you can do that, certainly helps your score, but that certainly was a little speedier than he thought. Have to rely on the putter once again to save. Should have saw it break past the hole as that chip shot went racing by. Well done.
Well, the good thing there, Common, he's seen
Tiger just sort of saying, you know, I'm going to hit on the bottom tier there and have a little bit longer shot in.
Well, that one looked like a fairly aggressive swing.
Yeah, it's going to catch that ramp and just work its way down to the bottom. Certainly love to flight something in here.
And there's the twirl of the club.
Oh, great shot.
Thank you. Good shot, Tiger. Good shot, Tiger.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just a couple of putts he's made.
Look at that.
See how fast that is. Whew.
Wow.
4 to 10 foot range, and he's conquered all of them. See if he can keep the streak going. Solid.
Yeah, the one thing I've noticed, his putts now that was granted, that was a little bit uphill, Colin, but they appear to be. As we head back to the tee, Tiger with just an iron. Ooh.
And he did not like that.
Is there a case where Tiger's second shot out at the 5th?
Was from 180 yards, pretty decent lie, but had to hoist it up. Really could only hit maybe a sandwich, maybe a pitching wedge. And
Now over at the 5th, third shot for Tiger.
very old school here, hitting some sort of a 5-iron, 6-iron, and just really running it up the slope. How about that for a play? Impressive touch to be able to get the speed just right on that. He's got an uphill putt now to save 5 feet.
Good par save for Tiger at 14. Stays 3 shot. Doesn't have the adjustable weights. He's got the lead tape back in the cavity.
Hey, old school. Tiger Woods old school here. And this is a very nice, accessible hole location here at the 6th. It's out in the open, probably making these guys wonder, what's going on up there? Should I be aware of, am I missing something?
It's pretty. Never got it up there. 10 of 14 greens so far for Tiger Woods.
Certainly Tiger going through his whole routine, looked at it from the other side just to confirm his read and what he sees.
Well, he has had a lot of putts of that length.
Long today, back into the wind.
.254 to that one on the left, and he just put it right in the middle of everything.
And then on the weekend, it's going to turn the completely opposite direction. So it's going to be very interesting to watch these players tackle this golf course with 2 different winds this week. That one's flying through the wind, really good, going to land hole high.
Back at 7, Tiger's third.
Very similar shot that they had back at that 3rd hole. And this one just didn't take off. Like,
Ooh, that looked good until the very end. Third bogey of the day for Tiger.
Forced error. This a 3-iron, and this is where he thrives. Low draw back into the breeze, right at the flagstick.
It's the longest iron he carries.
Intended. Gives him a better visual, depth perception. Also putting into the shadow is no easy feat either. He nestles that up to about...
The line lined up, shoved it immediately. Oh my goodness.
Hitting some shots with his driver where they literally go about 5 yards. Talk about that slow, smooth swing. This one leaking over to the right.
Caught the side of that fairway bunker and kicked down in it. Tiger reach here, Mark?
No, it was one of those where you thought this could be one of those Tiger heroic moments. 201 yards. However, with this wind into, he had to hoist it up. So he's just going to hit it down the fairway and try to get up and down with a wedge. But it had that look on the upslope. It just, with the wind into him, that was the...
Do over, trying to get it up and down to stay that way.
85 yards straight back into the wind. Certainly has to control the spin. Green slope back to front big time. It's very good distance control. Tiger, that should have learned from Carlos and how much his went across the hole.
Got it.
Had to hit it.
Wow. For Tiger.
Sadly, that didn't look like a 73 all day. All of a sudden, it just became a 73 in the last 45 minutes.